everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here today with my Thrifty Thursday or Thrifty Canucks haul. So I have a nice haul today, I think. So sorry this is really like big and close to the camera. It's a sewing box. So it's it's a vintage sewing box, and it's made from like this kind of like acrylic plastic material. It's made in Canada, and I absolutely love these. It has like a turn crank that allows you to open and close it. So I found it for $7.99, which is actually a steal. I see these all the time in thrift stores and actually antique malls and stuff for much more. I had a really nice day at this thrift store because they're still mandating masks. Yay! And I was really happy about that. So I felt very safe shopping. So it's really cute because inside you've got like your bobbin sections. You can put thimbles here, and there's little labels. I don't know if you can see this. Buttons, pincushion, pins, thread, needles, scissors. So like everything is kind of sectioned and partitioned in a way that like it's organized. Like you can put bobbins in here. I'm so in love with it, and I think I want to organize it like it tells me to. It's so cute and organized. And then down below you just have a bunch of larger sections that you can put like, you know, your sewing threads and stuff. And then in the bottom you just have like a big space under there that you could put larger things like, you know, your rotary cutters or things like that. So I'm really happy to find this because I do have one of the large wooden kind of, those large ones that open like a double staircase kind of. I have one of those. That I keep the majority of my sewing stuff in, but I could really use a second sewing box to use for other things. So I'm happy about that. Then I found this, and I'm hoping I can get the sticker off. It was the cutest little box, Curtis's Botanical Magazine. I'm just going to kind of gently pull the sticker off here. Yay! It didn't do anything bad. But yeah, it's got birds, and it's like watercolors and pencils, and it's just a nice little box. It's got this little flap here, and I think there might be a magnet inside of it. And it's so beautiful. I'm going to use it for, yeah, it definitely does have a magnetic closure. I'm going to use it for my paints. So I guess it's from Ashland. I don't know where they sell Ashland in Canada. Possibly like Winners or one of those stores. I'm not so fussed about this particular label. It doesn't really matter. It's on the bottom. But yeah, I'm really happy to have found such a pretty box. It's lovely. Even the sides are beautiful. So, okay. Now on to the other things in this bag. So, I found an amazing book. I'm so hyped about it. So if you're not familiar with Ryan Portflet, he's the illustrator and author of the Gnomes books, like the very classic books called like Gnomes. And then there's other offshoots of that called like Forest Gnomes, like the Gnomes of the Forest or something. I can't remember, but there might be some in here. Yeah, see, by the illustrator of Gnomes. So if you're not familiar with Gnomes, oh, you need to get familiar. I did a whole journal series on the Gnomes books, and I'm so happy to have found this one. This one's actually quite hard to find. The Living Forest. So the book itself is just a large brown book, but it is just full of the illustrator's incredible photos, or illustrations rather, of all sorts of wildlife and beautiful text. This is one of the most incredible books, and I don't know that I really have the heart to cut it. I don't know if I have a copy of it in my library already. If I don't, I will be keeping it most definitely. If I do, I'll probably use it. But it is just beautiful. You know, he illustrates so many sort of different aspects of wildlife. Like, it's not only meant to be cute, it's meant to, you know, depict a lot of reality for wildlife. And he was very much similar in the way that he illustrated the gnomes book. Like, he wrote this whole life for them. Like, I think it's funny, one of my first memories of the gnomes book, seeing it in the library when I was a kid. I'd spend a ton of hours in the library, and just flipping through it and seeing completely naked illustrated gnome people. It was like, whoa, what have I stumbled across here? You know, it's like such a taboo for a little kid. But yeah, he's a realist kind of illustrator, and I like that about him. And then I got this random bag. I sometimes get these. This one was $3.99, and I got it for the rulers because I'm obsessed with wooden rulers. And for this many wooden rulers, 1, 2, this old beautiful one, 3, 4, 5, 6, another old beautiful one, 7, 8, and then an old plastic one, 9 rulers. So 8 of which are wood. So I have, for a long time, like a long time ago, I had this idea that I wanted to cover a wall completely in old meter sticks and wooden rulers, like all wooden, you know, rulers. So we have a closet on our main floor, and all around the closet it's entirely covered in those. So I still collect them. I don't know why. The project is finished, but so the rest of this stuff is just kind of secondary things that came out of this. But I'll use these. These are envelopes. I will definitely use more envelopes. Oh, all different sizes. This is great. So yeah, I'll use these envelopes. They always have a home. Self-adhesive envelopes, you know, for shipping and also for journal making. They're really good. And then it looks like we have a couple of notebooks here. So I don't really use notebooks, but I can take the paper out and dye the paper, and that will be nice. This one's like a little address, telephone number kind of book. So yeah, I'll dye the paper in those. And then I have no clue what this thing is. Maybe a light. Oh, that's interesting. It's just a little light and a little clip light. It's not really that bright though, so I can see why it's at the thrift store. I honestly think the best use for this, well, it's a reading light. So yeah, the best use for this is my upstairs in my bedroom. I already have a reading light, but I can always have a second one because my kids are really obsessed with lights, and like they steal flashlights in this house all the time. And so sometimes I might need that extra bit of light. Okay, let me move this away. Then I found, okay, this thrift store had probably an entire rack of vintage tea towels. They're all $2.99, which is awesome because I went to another thrift store a week ago and they had them for like $8. So this one is 1983. It has the calendar, which is my favorite thing, and then it has these beautiful flowers. So I really like this one. I think it's quite beautiful. It would make a really nice journal cover. And then this one I also think is really nice. Hold on. The Nessie clan. I just love the thistles up here, these blue thistles. On a still and quiet summer's day, the Nessie can come oot to play. Ma and Pa and the wee yins too, a sight that's seen by very few. They caper, splash, and swim around, but disappear at the least wee sound. So it's the Loch Ness Monster. Togetherness. It's from 1988, Thistle Products of Dalbeattie, Scotland. 100% cotton. So I thought that was a really cute little Scottish... there was a whole collection there of all different countries, you know, and it was nice to see them. I probably would have grabbed them all, but I just truly don't need them. And I do try to keep myself, you know, under control a little bit. Okay, so this one's from 1975, and look at this beautiful plant. I love the colors. I love the gold, how it like makes everything kind of pop. And then we have the beautiful calendar at the bottom. So this one is this is made in Hong Kong, and yeah, it's just beautiful. that one. And then I think back to books. So I found this Nature Hide and Seek Woods and Forests. So super cute little book. I don't think it's particularly old, 1993. And what I like about it is it's this kind of a flip out. So it's almost like a built for you kind of journal feature, right? It's like got all these fun little flippy pockets and things. And it's nature themed, which makes me happy. So then it has like little bits of information pages. But these are truly why I grabbed it, because I just love these peekaboo flips. They're so nice. And then there's some nice like things to fussy cut. So again, with these peekaboo and nature flips, got a little hedgehog there. So nice. These mushrooms. Ugh. And a toad. See, this was meant for me. Like, look how beautiful this page is. Mushrooms and a toad. Little mice, blackberries. Such a cute book. So yeah, and this was originally from Winners. Like, well, not originally, but that's where it was. It's manufactured in Singapore. That's interesting. This book has traveled. And then I found a copy of The Edwardian Lady, The Story of Edith Holden. So this is the biography. I have several of these already. I probably have at least 2 or 3 copies of it. But I do want to make some Edith Holden journals, and I think this is the best one to make them in because it has the most beautiful cover. The books that have like the really nice images, the nature notes and the country diary, they don't have very interesting covers. The other thing about this book is it does have a lot of beautiful art in it, some of which is the style that we're familiar with, that we love of Edith Holden, but the rest is, you know, about her life and pictures of her. And I've definitely talked about this book on this channel before, so I won't, you know, bore you to a nap here. Then I found these, a couple of these. So Flowers, Fruits, Seeds, Golden Craft Library Binding, Roe Peterson. So I've never seen these books before. They are from, I want to say the date, but I don't see one. Oh, here we go, maybe 1960. So some nice kind of old style photography and lots of illustrations. Very much like science books, but some really beautiful pages. So yeah, it definitely a worthwhile little book if you come across them. And this one is Insects and Their Ways, and same kind of thing. These nice pages on the end. This one's also in 1960. I have a feeling these might be like a series. There might be a bunch of these. It's quite possible. Yeah, and like nice big words too. So if you're looking to do some cutting, here's Ladybird, Ladybird, fly away home. That's a nice little thing to cut out. So that's those. And then I found a copy of Golden Windows, Pathways to Reading. I've always loved this cover. I've seen this book before in thrift stores, but typically it's quite expensive. This copy wasn't too bad, so I went ahead with it. Let's get that sticker out of there so I don't keep it there. It's from 1942, and it has a nice big writing. It's got a few different kinds of stories in it. It's got little poems and stuff too. Lots of good images that are in this beautiful like orange and teal. I love those colors together. They're just so nice. Yeah, so lots of beautiful images, and we have some fairy images. Then I found this book, The Homemaker's Encyclopedia, Fashion Sewing on a Budget. I love the cover so much. I think it's great. And then on the inside, oh, these thrift stores, they're stressing me out. Putting the sticker on the paper directly. Let's just slowly, poof, we got it. because look how nice that fly paper is. We don't want to ruin that. Let's see, 1952, and it's just full of beautiful illustrations and some photographs. I love it so much. I think that these kind of books just really, they make me want to tell a story and work in the theme of the book, so I'm happy to have found that one. And then I found this really nice piece of vintage fabric. I think it might be, yeah, it's a curtain, but look at that. Isn't that the cutest? It's so vintage and beautiful. I was like really impressed with this piece of fabric. So let's just fold that up over here. And then the last thing, but last but not least, another of these little towels that I love, these little vintage towels. Okay, this one goes side to side rather than up and down. And see, it's a little Irish homestead. A little Irish homestead on a hilltop, wild and free, with a little brown road winding like a ribbon to the sea. I see it in my dreaming, and the brown road calls to me. Is that not just a beautiful, like, I love the colors. It's just a beautiful saying. I mean, what a nice, like, St. Patrick's or Ireland themed kind of, you know, way to use this, but it doesn't have to be. I see like it just being an amazing journal cover, and then you could take this bit of writing and put it right on the front or something. It's just beautiful. So yeah, that is my thrift haul, I think, in its entirety for today. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the goodies that I found, and I hope you find some wonderful thrifties too. And until next time, have a lovely day. Bye for now.